I'm good. How about you? As far as the music industry, I've been doing music. I don't say I've been in the music industry, but I've been doing music independently, indie-wise, for about at least 25 years. Well, my musical interest came from my family way, 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 way back. Um, but really, what put me in the mode of want to do music was writing poetry at the early age of maybe 8. And a few guys started a rap group called NG back in '86. Um, this one cat named DJ Flash, he said that if I put some of my poetry to beats and put it in a hip hop form, you probably have something special. So one day I did it, and it came out pretty good. And he was like, "Man, you got something special you got going on. You should continue to keep doing it." So I kept doing it. We had some few rehearsals. I banged it out. He was like, "Man, you gifted." So I just continue to keep doing it. Reflection of me, I'm from Detroit, so um, born and raised. So I say the majority of it, of course, you're going to tweak it and put a little bit of fabrication to it to make it more interesting, but the majority of my music is all me. Um, I'm Detroit to the bone. I love everything Detroit. Always been like that. I'm from Webb and 12th Street. You know, everything about me is Detroit. I done lived in all aspects of Detroit: north side of Detroit, west side of Detroit, south side of Detroit, east side of Detroit. That's what my foundation was built on, the east side of Detroit. That's who really molded me into the person I am today. 7 Mile and Van Dyke. I love 7 Mile and Van Dyke. The day I leave here, that's what my heart is. 7 Mile and Van Dyke. Living in different environments of Detroit, um, most people know that the west side of Detroit is more flamboyant and more stylish, and the east side is more hardcore. They more, to me, they more genuine people on the east side. But the west side is genuine people there. Don't get me wrong, but because I define myself as a Detroit artist, um, living downtown, I realized for the first time it's more artistic. They more creative. They more artsy. Because I represent the west side, east side, whatever side, overall Detroit is a mecca to music, and everybody know that. So I try to intertwine techno, hip hop, R&B, jazz, um, even pop. Because I grew up in the '80s, so it's a lot of pop in my music. You're gonna hear a lot of different twists and turns with my music. Culturally, I have no genre that I really follow. It's just come from my heart and what I experienced over the years. Um, the aspect of music to me is always going to be the production side, the music side, because that's the most important thing for me. Because the first thing I ever listened to in music, the first thing I listened to is the music part of it, the sounds, the bass lines, the strings, the horns, the effects and the rhythm patterns in the music. As far as the vocals, once their vocals get put on there, I listen to how the person is either rapping or singing rhythmically. And I usually don't even really listen to people's lyrics until later or what they're talking about. But my main objective is to put the music together first. That's the most important thing to me. Yes, I like the rhythm part of music. That's what grooves me. It's the music, then the lyrics. My voice is a little dry. Growing up in the 80s, you listen to rap music, especially in the early stages of hip hop. It was more about partying. And then later on in the late 80s, people started to make more conscious music. And growing up, as a young man, and you growing up in the ghetto, you want to find more about who you are, who God is, and things like that. So when they started making music that was more conscious, like Rakim, the KRS Ones, and Chuck D, and locally Merciless Amir, and people like that, Awesome Dre, I started really sitting down listening to the lyrics because, like I said earlier, I was mainly into the beat part of it, the music part of music. So when I really started growing up and I started maturing, becoming a man, I wanted to listen more of life. So I got stuck in that mode, really, to start being able to research life more. Really, I wanted to be a speaker, but I didn't want to do the research at the time. So when I started hearing guys like KRS One and Rakim, they was more like speakers in hip hop. So I got just turned out by that. So that's why I wanted to make music more so to listen to instead of dance to. Even though I love dance hip hop, but for me, I wanted to make more so of a conscious music, not so much as deep as those guys I was just talking about, but I just want to make a deeper music, especially coming from Detroit. It gave the listener something different. Thank you.
Oh. Return of the hustle nigga, the bigger picture, the bigger figure, the scony nigga. Cash flashing, monster mashing, dipping through the streets, skill killing the steering wheel. Hood killer, see how I'm feeling, free like a bird in the sky. I don't know why, I'm so fly. You got to put the shades on me, too many shinies on me, too many diamonds on me. Double XL your wealth with the big fella bankrolls, window pane gators, I'm out of control. Bringing our worlds together, Midwest Detroit forever. Always on point with that D-funk. Haters, what's the point? Haters, what's the point? Boom, get money. Boom, cash flashing. Boom, get money. Boom, cash flashing. Boom, get money.